Here are my top 10 fresh and juicy and citrusy fragrances that are perfect for the summertime. Want to find out more? Let's go! Hey everyone, welcome back. If you're brand new to the channel, my name is Scott Aromatico, and today, as you can tell from the thumbnail and as I said in the intro, today we are talking about my top 10 favorite citrus fragrances that are perfect for the summertime, and in particular men's fragrances. So let's go ahead and dive right in. First fragrance I'm going to talk about is from the house Atelier Cologne. This one is called Orange Sanguine. Wow, this is wow. This is a mass appealing, pleasant, sweet fragrance, and I am here for it. Now, performance, not so great, but what you're going to find out real quick is on a lot of citrus-based fragrances, they're not going to last that long, but I'm here for the scent. I don't know about you, but I'm here for the scent. I know a lot of us want more bang for our buck, and we want our fragrances to be beast mode. When it comes to summer fragrances, and in particular the summer freshie or citrus-based fragrances, you're just not going to get a lot of longevity. Now, that's not true in all fragrances. I understand that. There are exceptions to the rule, but just know I'm here for the scent. I'm here for how refreshing these fragrances are. And so today we're talking about this one, and it starts off with a blast of sweet orange. I love the sweet orange in here. There's blood orange, and then you have that nice tartness coming from the bitter orange that helps balance it all out. Then it becomes just really orange and creamy with the sandalwood. There's a vanillic vibe coming from tonka, and then it starts to warm up on my skin. I get about 4 hours, then it starts to dissipate, and then I've got to reapply. There's a trick to that. If you just want to go ahead and decant a little bit of it, keep it with you. If you want it to smell good, you can spray it throughout the day. You'll have no problem. You can just reapply. So this is one of my favorite fragrance scents, and to me, this fragrance is very blind buy worthy. I don't usually sell people on that, but it's just so mass appealing and so sweet and so gorgeous. It's the perfect orange scent. All right, next fragrance I'm going to talk about. We're talking about in the indie niche house, one of my favorite fragrance houses. We're talking about, of course, Zaharoff. By the way, shout out to George Zaharoff, who was just featured in Maxim magazine as one of the CEOs to watch, and for good reason, because this company is absolutely exploding. It is taking off, and they just have so many amazing offerings, and they just got into the freshie game not too long ago. Now, they do have another fresh fragrance called Signature Rosé, and that is the perfect fresh rose fragrance, but this was their first foray into the summer freshie, and this one does not disappoint. Signature Citrine starts off with that sweet orange, but the star is the clementine note. The clementine just adds a nice citrusy tartness to that orange note that you get right off the top, and it is gorgeous. Now, Zaharoff has a lot of fragrances in their collection that are beast mode, and again, this is not one of them. We are just here for the scent, and if you're looking for something that smells amazing, this is it. This already has good vibes with me because I took this on my trip to Vegas for my anniversary last year, and so every time I even see this bottle, I just think of laying poolside, out at the Bellagio, just having a good time with my wife. So the fragrances tend to invoke those memories and those feelings. But guys, this one right away, like I said, starts off with that sweet orange and that clementine. You got a little bit of spicy, a little bit of freshness coming from the pink pepper as well. And then as it starts to dry down, you're getting that nice, beautiful ambergris and musk. This one does not disappoint. I love this one. I get about 4 to 6, it just depends. And then I've got to reapply, but it's definitely well worth reapplying. Now, Zaharoff also has another summer fragrance getting ready to drop, which I'm really looking forward to. That one is called Coco Loco. It's got those Brazilian vibes. If you're a big fan of coconut, I know you're gonna love this fragrance. I got my nose on it. It's absolutely amazing. All right, the third one on the list, and these are in no particular order. I'm not really doing a countdown per se. This is one of my favorite pickups that I made. I absolutely love the presentation of this one. This one is called Arancia di Sicilia. It's hard to fit this one in the screen, but isn't that presentation really cool? If you love gourmand fragrances like I do, I'm absolutely crazy about them. This summer citrus fragrance is the perfect gourmand fragrance for the summertime because not only do you get that blast of orange in the top, but then you have all these gourmand facets going on with this fragrance, and you've got some almond in here, you've got some coffee in here, you've got cinnamon, it's just vanilla, it's so much going on. The vanilla and the orange really work with this along with that almond note, really, really good. And then you've got the amber as it starts to dry down, warming it up, and of course, it's very musky. I get about 6 hours on my skin. Love this fragrance. It's very opulent. I find this to be a special occasion fragrance for me because it's just well made. Paris Monte Carlo is absolutely worth looking into. If you haven't given them a try, definitely look into them. This is a great citrus gourmand fragrance, perfect for this time of year. All right, so now we're gonna get into a designer fragrance. That was one of my favorite releases, one of my favorite flankers. We all know about Dolce&Gabbana Light Blue, and we know about Light Blue Intense. But this is one of my favorite releases from them that came out a couple years ago. This one is called Dolce&Gabbana Light Blue Forever. I happen to love the scent of grapefruit, and this is one of the most photorealistic grapefruit scents I've ever smelled, and this puts a smile on my face. And I didn't think I could be any happier with Forever until they came out with Italian Love. I love Italian Love that much more because they took a little bit of the tartness out of it. It's a little bit smoother, and this one's just a little bit more brighter for me and just really puts a smile on my face. I'm so glad I own this because I love the smell of grapefruit. Now I know grapefruit is not for everybody, but for me, there's just something about it that really just picks my spirits up, just gives me a kind of energy, and I really smile every time I wear this one, and this one gives me good vibes for the summer, so I like it. Okay, so here on this channel, you know, we don't discriminate. I know some of you don't like designer, some of you don't like indie niche. How about a luxurious niche brand called BDK Perfumes? This one is called Citrus Riviera. Love this bottle because it's just like so heavy and so thick. I really love that. I love the fact that these companies spare no expense and pay a lot of attention to detail. And this bottle just feels so good. The cap is heavy as well. There's just something about that I like. I like a good presentation. I like a nice, good, thick bottle. So I was just wondering what you guys think about that too. Does that stuff like that matter? Like the atomizer and how the fragrance sprays and things like that. Just when they pay attention to detail, it just really seems to matter. Anyways, I digress. Citrus Riviera, wow. You know, lemon right off the top. Then you mix it with orange blossom and neroli. You cannot beat it. It really sparkles and shines. But they don't just stop there with the citrus. This has some nice fruits in it as well. It has an amazing fig note that's just really, really good. And then it has this unusual strawberry note that you don't find in a lot of fragrances that I think works really well with this. It's slightly aquatic, fruity, but the citruses are the star on the top. This fragrance really shines. It's a bit green, but not too overpowering, and then musky on the dry down. 6 hours on my skin. This one is very opulent. I don't wear it that much. It's a special occasion fragrance to me, but I could definitely see you wearing this with jeans and t-shirt, and you'll smell like a fine Italian gentleman with this one. All right, we're gonna stay within the niche realm, but to me, this is a starter niche company. You've probably heard that before if you watch the channel. Mancera is one of the coolest niche houses that you can invest your money into when buying a fragrance because, you know, they're around 90 bucks, and that's not bad. Those are designer fragrance prices, but you're getting a niche quality. And I feel like Mancera, in my opinion, has real high quality fragrances, and they tend to last long. I'm talking about this fragrance right here, Oud Lemon Mint. I love the gradient nature of this bottle. I just think that's kind of cool looking. It definitely screams spring and summer. But this fragrance right here is not so much about the oud, even though it's called Oud Lemon Mint. It's about that lemon on the top, the zesty lemon, mandarin orange, and then you have that addictive almond note that I tend to love in fragrances. I really love that in men's fragrances. It just makes the fragrance smooth and addictive, slightly earthy and nutty, and it just really works with some of these citrus-based fragrances. But anyways, then as the fragrance starts to develop, you do get that vanilla, amber, some leather nuances, and musk. And honestly, I don't really detect a whole lot of oud there. I know it's there, but it's really not the star of the show. It's the citrus, it's the musk. This one is beautiful if you haven't tried it. All right, so let's go back to another design fragrance that to me should be in the Hall of Fame. It is one of the top 10 fragrances in the Hall of Fame of fragrances. It is a mature fragrance. So if you're looking for something more youthful, this one is not it. But I still think even if you're young, you should definitely own this and have it in your collection. This one's from Dior, one of the most amazing designer houses out there. And this is called Eau Savage. I'm in love with this fragrance. From the first time I bought it, my wife was wowed, I was wowed. You got a whole lot of lemon, and I mean a whole lot of lemon on the top, a little bit of bergamot, and then the sandalwood just makes this fragrance so creamy. It's so aromatic. You've got a bit lavender, you've got that clean rose in here as well. And like I said, this fragrance is so mature. As it starts to dry down, of course it's getting warm from the amber. It's got oak moss and musk. This is good. It's a must own if you don't have it. Definitely look into picking this one up. It's one of my favorites. I get about 6 to 8 hours on my skin. Longevity is really good with this one. I like wearing it this time of year. All right, on this list, probably my favorite fragrance on the whole list. It's probably one of the top 10 fragrances I have that if my house were on fire, I would save. I'm always gonna have a bottle of this as long as I can, or they don't discontinue it, or it doesn't get too high. This one is from Tom Ford. This is Marino di Amalfi. I've got to spray this one. I don't spray them anymore like I used to just to save time, but this one is kind of worth it. Oh, it just blended so good. It's so beautiful and fresh and clean, and almost comes across as a bit soapy to me as well. But the lemon in here is absolutely beautiful. You've got a nice grapefruit opening, which I love in the top, and then you mix that lemon and grapefruit along with the mint giving it this cooling, soothing, almost relaxing vibe. Then you've got some black currant as well, orange blossom, musk, clean vetiver. It's slightly green, but not off-putting. This is one of my favorites for sure. I get about 4 to 6 hours on my skin. It's one of those fragrances you have to carry a decant around and reapply, but it's that addicting and so good. I don't spray it as much as I'd like because I just want it to last. I don't know, I'm weird about that, but it is one of my favorites. If you haven't tried this one from Tom Ford, definitely do. And there's so many more Tom Fords I need to try. Comment down below, what are some of your favorite Tom Ford fragrances for summertime? I'd love to hear from you guys. Niche, back to indie niche house. This is from the star YouTuber Redolessence. He is creative director of Aventus, and he started doing some collaborations with some famous YouTubers. One of my favorite YouTubers, Dallas from Chaos Fragrance. I really love his vibe. He really appeals to a younger generation, and I think he's really doing things big. This is a fragrance that he got through Aventus called Soleil Matin, and I happen to know the perfumer of this one was Francis Kirkjohn, and this one definitely qualifies to be in this video because there's so much citrus. You've got one of my favorite notes in fragrance is lime, so mandarin, orange, lime. Then you've got grapefruit, lots of lemon, and then a little bit of pepper to give it some spiciness to help balance it out. Slightly woody, musky, warm, and then it's just, you know, as it starts to dry down, it kind of reminds me of a shower gel. I think that's coming from that ambroxan, but this is just a beautiful fragrance. It's one of my favorites to wear in the summertime. Mass appealing. It's a blind reach, to be honest with you, even though it's a little bit on the expensive side, but the quality of the ingredients are really good. And Francis Kirkjohn really knows what he's doing. This is a good one, guys. Definitely try this one out. About 6 to 8 hours on my skin. All right, so we go from that to now a cheapie. One of those fragrances you can find in the box store or find on discounters for insanely cheap. It's almost criminal how cheap this one is. I think I got this one from, I might have got this one from like a TJ Maxx or something. But this one right here, Tommy Bahama, St. Bart's. This is Vacation in the Bottle, y'all. It's so good. And I don't know if you see that in the back. It's got a palm tree there. The reason why I'm bringing that up because there is a palm leaf note in here that is so unusual. But anyways, the star of this fragrance is the lime. There is a lot of lime in this fragrance and I'm here for it. There's a tequila note that is absolutely gorgeous. It's salty, it's aquatic, it's musky and sweet. Only problem is that I've got to spray about 20 times for anybody to notice me. Maybe mix it in with a little bit of lotion, put the lotion on, spray this. It's so good. It is gorgeous, just so aquatic and fresh and lime and tequila and just, this screams vacation, right? Screams a good time. It's so casual. This is the perfect white t-shirt fragrance and I'm here for it. Love it so much. All right, there are my 10. I'm just gonna sneak an honorable mention here real quick. I won't spend a lot of time. I've got this right here from Aaron Terrence Hughes. This one's called Blood Orange. It's definitely full bottle worthy, as a lot of his fragrances are. Aaron Terrence Hughes has become one of the most sought after perfumers in the world. I think he won Perfumer of the Year maybe a year ago. But Blood Orange is gorgeous and it's exactly how it sounds. A lot of blood orange, very sweet, very musky. It's a gorgeous scent, so I'm gonna put it on here for honorable mention. What are some other great summer fragrances from Aaron Terrence Hughes? You guys need to teach me because I don't know, so comment down below. And there you have it, those are my 10. So what are some of yours? Let me see your list of 5 or 10 or however many you wanna list of perfect summer citrus fragrances, the citrus-based fragrances. I want to hear from you down in the comments below because you're always, schooling me and teaching me and helping my viewers and those who watch these videos. So comment down below. You guys always have some good ideas. I'd love to hear from you. Now, if you're brand new to the channel, which most of you who watch my channel are, please, I know a big majority of you watch this and a big majority of you who subscribe don't watch, which is fine, I don't care. But hit that subscribe button down below. It won't cost you anything, and then hit the bell notifications off to the side. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. I hope wherever you are, you're healthy and happy. This is Scott Aromatico, out.